Hello, everyone, and welcome to Testimony Tuesday. It is January 12th, 2016, and I am very excited to welcome our guest speaker, Regina Pexton. She is going to be sharing her health testimony with us, how she has come from before Plexus and then now, and we're really excited to hear from her. So I'll go ahead and introduce her. Regina, are you there?
I'm here. Hi, everybody.
Thank you for joining us. You can go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us about your health testimony. I'm looking forward to hearing it.
Well, thank you, Jennifer. I really appreciate the opportunity to come on and share it. I was a little nervous, but it is my Plexus story. So the best I can remember is I was just cruising Facebook one day, and I came across a Facebook post. I was actually friends with Kat Wilson, and I was just watching some of her posts, and I noticed that she said she'd lost about 30 pounds and had gained quite a bit of energy. And I just, shot back right quick. Wow, I could stand to lose 30 pounds and have some extra energy. So, we talked back and forth a little bit, and she began to tell me about Plexus, and I just wasn't really interested at all. I just really didn't think anything was going to work for me. I used to be very small and never had a problem with my weight or anything like that until I went into menopause, and I went on a hormone treatment for a few years, and then prayerfully came off of that. But by that time I had just blossomed up, and just like pounds after pounds after pounds. And so anyway, I felt good though. I felt like I was healthy, and I just wanted to lose some weight. So we talked about it, and she one day messaged me and said she'd like to bless me and send me a 3-day sample. And I said, oh, no, you can't do that. You don't need to do that. Nothing's going to help me in 3 days. And so she said, no, really, I feel led. I'd like to do this. And I said, well, okay. I'm not going to keep you from blessing me. So she sent it to me, and I got the package over the weekend, and I decided that I would wait till Monday morning because my husband and I are big supplement takers. And so I have 2 baskets of my own, and the cabinet's all full. And so it's just my routine, to get up and take all my supplements. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to give this a try. So I won't take any of my supplements, and I'll just see what this does for 3 days. Well, I did it that morning, and the funniest thing happened. I walked in my kitchen, and I bent down, and instead of just looking at all the clutter underneath my sink, I actually started to go in there and clean it out. I mean, it was just amazing. I mean, if Kat had not told me to look for certain things, I would not have even recognized it, because the best way I can explain it is that I just felt like myself. I felt like my normal self, who should be doing these things but had not done them in months. I had just looked at that for, a month, and thought, I don't even know how that happens with 2 people living in the same house. But it was just a wreck under there. But I went in there and started cleaning it out. And then another thing I noticed, and this is all day one, was that I came in to my computer like I am now, and used to, when I would get up, I would sit down, get up, sit down, get up, but I always had to walk at an angle because my hip would always catch. So I'd have to walk kind of bent over and, kind of walk it out. Well, I noticed that day I was getting up and going in there and getting up and my leg wasn't hurting. My hip wasn't hurting. And the reason that is so phenomenal is because part of my routine of supplement taking was that I would take 5 ibuprofen in the morning with my supplements. I took them every day, 5 whatever the regular milligram is. I think that would make it 1,000 milligrams of ibuprofen every day, just to be able to, walk correctly. So I noticed that I didn't have any pain in my hip, and that absolutely amazed me. Well, by day 2, I'm on there calling Kat. I'm on here saying, you know what, I need to order this stuff because I only have enough for one more, if I'm going to run out in 3 days, I don't want to be without this product. So I need to order it now. And so I signed up as an ambassador day 1, just simply because I had not felt that good in as long as I can remember. And I began the product, I just began the product, let's see, Plexus Slim and Accelerator on the 2nd of February 2015. I was doing really great on that. The inflammation was leaving, and I was feeling really, really good. I was no longer watching TV, just vegging out in front of the TV every night. And I began to read and started realizing, oh dear, there's a little bit more here than I had first imagined. And that's when I started realizing about the gut health and all of that. But I didn't actually start the triplex until like the 27th, till my next month, March. But I had already noticed with just the Slim and Accelerator that I was losing pounds and inches, and that my sugar and carb cravings were gone. And I share this simply because I know that there are other people out there struggling like I did, but I had always had a struggle with cravings for alcohol. I didn't drink, we're a believing family and we hang out with believers, and, we're not around people that drink and stuff like that, but it was still always a battle for me to overcome the cravings for the addiction to alcohol. I'd been prayed over and prayed with and anointed with oil, and, and I just have lived a guilt-ridden life over not being able to overcome the addiction or the craving for alcohol. It was like it would just rise up. Now I know that's exactly what it was. It was the yeast inside of me that I was feeding all the rest of the month with all my other sugar habits. If I wasn't drinking alcohol, I was eating some kind of cookie or candy or some, Diet Coke, some kind of a sugary drink or food. And then it would just, get to the point where, well, I've got to have alcohol. And so it dawned on me that very first month, just with the Slim and Accelerator alone, that I was not craving alcohol, any sugar, and no alcohol at all, which was a real blessing for me. And also it was very freeing to find out that, it wasn't just all in my head, or just because I was a weak failure as a Christian, or, as a believer. There was truly something inside of my body that was actually craving that. And now those cravings are at bay, and I am in control of those things, and I control what I eat, and I control what I drink. I can have a glass of wine, or I can have a beer with our pizza, or something like that. But now I don't have to worry about it snowballing into something that, is out of control. And that is so freeing to me. So I knew right away that I was going to stay on Plexus, for that, if nothing else. But I actually did lose 17 pounds, and I was going to do the inches and all that, but I just didn't keep up with it. But another thing, I got to tell you, I didn't take pictures. I wish I had, but my psoriasis is completely gone. The last places that I had it was on my elbows and on my hands. And whenever I'm going through a cleanse, that's the place where I'll break out, and I'll know that there's some extra yeast that's got to come out, is the last places where it went away. But I'm absolutely psoriasis free, which is amazing. My hair is so thick, I have to thin it out at least twice a month with the thinning shears, which is amazing. I've always had thick hair, but it's really coming in like gangbusters now. Let's see, I've noticed that my nails, I've always had good nails, but now they're staying strong and all the same length, and excuse me. Let me tell you a few minutes if I have it, just that I have my husband on the product too. Okay, great. And that we have him on it for his Hashimoto's. And Jim noticed right away, that he was not hungry all the time. And that was another thing for me. I think when we are nutritionally deficient, we just kind of graze looking for things to eat, because we just can't get satisfied. And that's what leads to all that mindless, senseless eating that, we women can't do. He works out all the time, so he can do that and still stay in shape, but I can't do that. But he noticed right away his sleep was better, and that he just wasn't hungry all the time. he also works out, and his workouts are, showing more. Um, I'm going to choke, so I'm going to probably have to stop. Excuse me. He's getting better results from his workouts with Plexus. Woo! That's it. Is there any questions? Excuse me.
I'm sorry, are you okay?
Yes, I got hot.
Okay.
There, I'll open a window. I got my wood stove going. There we go.
Oh, I understand that one. I'm upstairs, so our wood stove isn't hitting me as bad. So thank you for sharing your husband's testimony. I was actually going to ask you to share his testimony also.
Actually, we're looking forward to him sharing it himself, because he was diagnosed with Hashimoto's in his 20s, and he's now 56 years old. And so, it's going to take a lot of years or a lot of months of reversal on that many years of being on like the highest level of thyroxine and synthroid, that you can be on, because he has no thyroid. Yeah. So it would be nice just to see, something turn around for him there.
Oh, wow. Well, you let me know when he's ready to share his testimony.
I will. I went ahead and took your advice and started sharing it for him until he gets ready.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so you said that when you detox, you break out in psoriasis.
Well, yeah, where my psoriasis was the worst.
Yeah.
The last place that it healed is the first place that it breaks out.
Wow.
When I'm having a cleanse.
Isn't that crazy?
Well, it's the weakest, most scarred area.
Yeah.
So I think that's why.
Yeah, I noticed that, like, the most things I ever had wrong with me, like when I'm detoxing, I'm over my dairy allergy, but I'll be sensitive to it when I'm detoxing. Go ahead.
Thank you for reminding me. My husband and I both are now allergy free. We've always had seasonal allergies and had to take all of the allergy medications. I was so sick one year, I just knew that I had some type of illness. And when the doctor told me it was just allergies, I said, I just thought he was a flake. But he put me on a steroid pack, and it cleared it right up. But you know what? We've not had allergies since we've started the triplex.
That is wonderful. And didn't you, I think you were the one that told me that this last spring when you went outside, you never got bit by a bug. Is that right?
Oh, that's right, because Kat had mentioned that, and I thought, no, that might happen somewhere else, but that's not going to happen here on the farm, with the creek down here. Yeah. And I was absolutely amazed, but I think it's because I didn't have all that junk coming out of my pores. I wasn't attracting them, because I used to have to spray myself with DEET. I had to poison myself in order to just go outside just for a few minutes to, take care of my birds. But I had the best spring and summer this year, because the bugs just weren't attracted to me. And then when it did start to get where they did get bad, I was able to use a natural repellent that would repel them, instead of the heavy duty DEET. I was shocked about that.
That is amazing. I know. When you brought that up, I was like, wait a minute, I haven't really been bit this year either, and I'm always the first one in my family to get eat up.
That is amazing. Yeah. It's because all that sugar's not pouring out of our pores, I think.
Yeah, and I noticed also my children, I have my oldest son on the ProBio 5, but my middle daughter, she can't take it. She can't swallow it unless I put it in yogurt, and I was slacking to do that with her. And then my youngest, at that time, I didn't have my baby yet. She was nursing, so she was getting it through me. But my middle child, she was the one with all the bites, and neither of the other two had any.
Now that's proof right there that it's working.
Yep.
And I like hearing that it works in applesauce or yogurt or however, when the children can't swallow the capsule. Yeah. I like to know that it is still working even when you open it up and put it in their food. That's important.
Yeah. Okay, so if you had to choose one product, which product would you choose?
That's a tough one, but I love my pink drink. I think I love my pink drink more than all of it because even at like when we were all at the conference, I was so amazed. I told my husband, I said, if this was some kind of monster energy drink or something, we would have all been bouncing off the walls and carrying on like crazy. But everybody was so calm and peaceful. It calms me, and I'm a very excitable person anyway. So I need the pink.
There you go. Oh, I love the pink drink too. It's hard to go without it, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Let me
But
see.
I don't know, that's a tough call because we really need that probio for the gut. I tell you, it just really, nothing really, you can do so much putting Band-Aids here and there, but if your gut's messed up, so I don't know, that's a tough call.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so you said in the beginning you were on Slim and Accelerator Plus,
Mm-hmm.
and then in March of 2015 you added.
Actually, you know what? I ordered by I ordered by February 27th. So in the beginning of March, I've never run out. I've always ordered early.
Yeah.
That's my that's my advice to you all. Order early so you never run out. So I didn't even wait till my Slim was gone in February before I ordered the triplex and started it in March.
Okay. So you're now on the triplex and Accelerator Plus. Do you have anything else that you're on?
Oh, I'm on. I take the X Factor, the Omegas. I use the cream, which I don't know. Everybody's saying they are noticing a difference in my skin, that I look younger, and I really appreciate that because I stopped using everything else on my face and body except for our body cream. That's all I use for my cream now. So I take this Slim and Accelerator and the Bio Cleanse in the morning. I take my block before my evening meal, and I take my ProBio at night, and I take my Omegas at night. I take my X Factor in the morning with my Slim too. But I'm on everything. I'm on everything except for the Ease and the Ease cream. But I do have that for my husband.
Okay.
So we use everything except for the children's vitamin. I just haven't bought the breast kit yet. I forget about it. I need it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm on all of them. I'm on everything. I mean, I only want to buy from me. It makes no sense to be buying these things from anybody else anymore.
Yeah, definitely. So your husband, is he on everything also?
Yes.
Okay.
Except he takes Boost instead of Accelerator.
Okay.
The Boost was a little bit too much for me. Like I said, I get kind of wound up anyway. That one had a little bit more energy to it than I needed, and he works out in the morning anyway, so that's good for him before his workout at the gym.
Yeah, definitely. And you started February of this year, or 2015?
Yes. So I'll be coming up on my yearly anniversary on the 2nd of February.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's so exciting.
You know what? When I started, I thought, I was reading everybody, they were saying they've been on it a year, and I thought, oh, I can never do this for a year. And it's like, where did the year go?
Yeah. Yep. We've been living life.
I know it, huh?
I was going to tell you, your complexion is beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I actually, I do the same thing. I only use I was always sensitive to most creams, and I only use the body cream on my face. And right now, the only makeup that I'm wearing is my mascara. That's it.
Well, I'm waiting for X Factor to give me eyelashes again, and as soon as they come in, I'm wearing mascara again, but I don't wear any makeup at all. I do kind of pencil in a little bit on my brows, but I'm expecting those to come back, and then I'm hoping, just that the hair where it was receding, that will come back. I think the X Factor is going to bring all that back in for me, and then I might wear makeup again. I don't know.
Well, I noticed that as soon as I started the X Factor, my eyebrows had started thinning out, and I was having to pluck like weekly after I started the X Factor. I'm like, this isn't right. Stop it.
Well, I need mine to fill in. You need yours to not.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Okay, well, I'm going to open it up to see if anyone has any questions.
Okay. Let me have it, girls.
Hey everyone, does anyone have any questions for
How come you don't have it stirred? I should, because if I didn't, it would have blocked out. But
I was just going to ask you, Regina, what products are your husband on?
Okay,
why would
Jimbo's on
it send you?
the
You're
triplex,
totally logged in here.
and he's also on the boost. He also uses the Ease cream and Ease capsules, and he also takes nerve support. I forgot about nerve support. He has you know, some scarring from, he's a kickboxer, you know, he's always been very athletic, and he's got some damage. And also I wondered if that wouldn't have something to do to make his you know, maybe his thyroid start working again. You never know. So I've got him on the nerve support, Ease, both Ease products, the triplex and the boost, and he's on the Omega X, and he's on the X Factor also. I just don't let him use my body cream. That's all.
Does anybody else have any questions?
What my problem is.
Thank you, Regina.
You're welcome, Amanda. Thank you.
Okay, well, I guess we will go ahead and close then. I was trying to keep myself muted because I have a baby crying in the other room.
That's okay. I understand, Mama.
It's bedtime. Well, thank you so much for sharing your testimony. Did you have anything else you wanted to share with us?
Well, I just want to say, you know, I was a real skeptic. You know, I forgot to even say this. I remember the day before Kat reached out to me, I had gone out to close out my chickens, or either open it, I don't know. At that point, it was all a blur. I really didn't know how depressed I was. You know, when you're a believer, you don't like to, you know, and you're blessed, you know, you don't really want to talk about being depressed, you know. But I just remember going out there and either letting them out or putting them in, and putting my head against that door thinking, if I have to do this one more day, I think I'm going to lose my mind. I had truly lost just the joy of life. And, you know, I was just existing and just kind of going through the motions. I mean, I didn't feel sick. I had no idea I was sick. You know, you know, I hated to complain because I'm so blessed, you know, and, you know, you just hate to whine and complain. But I was really very depressed, and I wouldn't really have known that had the Slim not cleared my mind. That was another thing. The second month after I was on these products, I canceled our satellite. And you know, and I haven't watched TV since. I might watch a movie or something on here, but you know, it's just that Plexus has done so much of giving me back my life. That's why I named my page, you know, my joyful health journey, because Plexus has truly restored the joy of my life, and has given me purpose. You know, now I have opportunity to help other people. You know, in other words, it is giving me back my life in so many ways, and it gives me the opportunity to give back into other people's lives. So I just want to say, you know, I never dreamed it would be all of that when I started Plexus, not at all. I did it for vanity. I wanted to lose weight, and you know, I just have gained so much more from it. And just all of you lovely ladies, all of my team, all of the people that we've met that came from all over the nation over the weekend. I mean, I am so overwhelmed and amazed and so blessed by all of this. So I just want to encourage people, you know, to give Plexus a try. You just never know what it's going to do for you.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that. I know that I felt the same way when I first started too. It was like that brain fog just left, and you were able to focus on things you need to focus on, and be able to give that attention you need to give to your Heavenly Father. I just felt,
Amen.
I always felt like I didn't have time. I was like, I don't have time. I don't feel like it. I felt like I was I had grown up in a home where my stepfather that had died, he was just really legalistic, and I totally lost just the drive. Like, I believed in the Father, and I had my salvation, but I was just like, I just need a break. And after getting on Plexus, it was like I was able to handle everything more. And I felt the same way, that, you're just more thankful you have your life back.
Yeah, amen. I couldn't say it better. I agree.
That's wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us. It was a very good testimony. I really hope that it reaches the people that it needs to reach, and helps them make a life decision and enjoy Plexus and life.
Me too. Thank you for letting me share. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. And we'll hear from you soon, I'm sure, especially your husband's testimony.
Surely after he sees mine, he'll want to do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
What's your husband's name
Thank you.
again?
Jimbo
Jimbo?
Pexton.
Jimbo, you have to share your testimony with us, okay?
Say it, everybody.
Hold on, let me unmute them.
Unmute him and say, Jimbo.
Okay, tell him.
Jimbo,
You have to share your testimony with us.
it's time.
Okay, he's going to see this tomorrow, so thank you.
There you go. Okay, we'll talk to you later, guys. Thanks for joining us. Thank you.
Thank you. Bless y'all.